you have to give Michael van Gerwen the advantage. Not only has he got the experience, the confidence, the ability, the drive, the determination, and the start. If William O'Connor was to pull this off, I'd put this up there with one of the best performances that we'll ever watch.
100.
But this is such a great moment for William O'Connor and his career. The money that he's already earned is very, very important.
100.
Let's forget about that for a second, because is it deja vu once more? What do I see before me? It's 144 points.
The possibility for Michael van Gerwen to strike lightning twice has presented itself in the very first leg of the final. A flyer
94
from the world number one, who excited the expectant crowd here in Hamburg.
It's not a bad start to the game.
Could get a 10-darter, Paul.
He wouldn't, would he?
96.
He probably will.
50.
He's not gonna. Is he gonna get a 12?
42.
He isn't. And William O'Connor gets another 3 to find his range in this final. He'll expect Michael van Gerwen to get this double 4. But just in case he does have a little bit of a spot where he can't find it, he's on 59. It's not in yet. It isn't in yet, and William O'Connor's got a sniff.
William, you require 59.
From brilliant to baffling, the start of this match, Michael van Gerwen threatened a perfect leg. Willie O'Connor could do it in the craziest way possible. 57 for double one, Big Willie style, at the European Darts Match Play.
Well, van Gerwen doesn't even know about it. He was looking at the glass of water. He doesn't know that William O'Connor just did a van Gerwen. That's the kind of thing he would have done.
Well, MVG was waiting in the wings on the madhouse himself, but didn't get a dart because Willie O'Connor took out the 59 combination on the same target. An incredible start to this final, and we could have an even more incredible end to an incredible tournament.
60.
There have been parts of this tournament where the performances and the statistics weren't really up to what we've seen before.
96.
This year and in previous times in Hamburg, but it's just been strangely peculiar in a wonderful way.
Well, let's have it right. Michael van Gerwen's performance, including the
60.
belated 9-dart finish on the Euro Tour, really was an oasis of excellence in a desert of dross. MVG stole the show, and it needed stealing. But today, the standard has improved. We've had some really good contests, and we've got this unthinkable story. And Richard North, the man hanging on to the last spot in the World Matchplay places, would have thought probably at the start of today be pretty safe, but he didn't see Willie going so deep into this tournament.
Well, van Gerwen's just destroyed a stem. He may need some running repairs, but van Gerwen needs running repairs and Richard North needs Prozac.
Well, if you're going to rely on one man, let it be the number one man.
You shouldn't have to rely on anybody.
It's his favourite finish, 132. Not going to go.
64.
Would this be the favourite of Willie O'Connor if he hits it?
151.
This would get people off their seats. Shy on the second dart.
97.
I'm not really sure why he went upstairs to the 60 again, but maybe he thinks he's not going to get another shot. He might. Double 8 for van Gerwen. Great rescue shot. And a show of aggression from the green machine.
Third leg, Michael to go first. Game on.
Well, I tell you what, he needed it, and he knew it, because he'd already squandered 5 darts at double in the first leg. After kicking off with 6 perfects. It doesn't make sense.
Michael van Gerwen unmistakably is going into beast mode.
134.
The big beast of world darts has been hoovering up titles left, right and centre. He's looking for a 15th for 2018. He's looking for an 18th 9-dart leg.
Well, can he
97.
Do it again.
Michael, you require 141.
Bring it home, Murph.
If anyone can. He's done 2 in 1 match, for goodness sake. He almost did 2 in 2 legs at the World Championship. This time he really could get a 10-darter.
He is really throwing everything at Willie O'Connor. He's throwing
60.
the kitchen,
Michael, you
bathroom,
require 36.
and the laundry sink at him.
Game
And that's a
from the
10-dart leg,
third
like you said, Murph.
Michael Van Gerwen.
Wonderful
Paul
recovery
McWilliams go first.
after a stuttering start on doubles. First leg was great, apart from the finish. Since then, he's done things very, very well. But here comes O'Connor, scoring of his own.
A breathtaking start to this final battle. And they haven't given us time to throw any statistics at you. What I'll do, Paul, I'll do you a deal. You tell everyone how many European Tour finals Willie O'Connor's been in, and then I'll take over and do the Michael Van Gerwen stats. How's that?
96.
Sounds like a fair deal to me. 1.
He has been in 1 European Tour final, and this is it. And
1.
it might not last very long if Van Gerwen carries on like this. Before this final, Willie O'Connor had hit 16 180s.
133.
The 4 that MVG's hit in this match have moved him in front by 1.
96. William, you require
For the tournament tally.
132.
It's
Now then.
O'Connor's chance on the 1-3-2. He can get it. It's a great lie. Oh, how did he miss?
Michael, you require 85.
2 darts in the same hole, but neither of them in the centre ring. And now Van Gerwen looks at double 14 and strikes again. A 3-1 lead for the world number 1, who is, listen to this, Paul, playing in his 31st European Tour final. This is a 61st European Tour event.
140.
Michael Van Gerwen has been in more finals on the European Tour than he hasn't been involved in. And that includes tournaments that he didn't even bother to enter.
100.
Does anybody else feel sick?
Well,
He's quite good, this Van Gerwen chap, isn't he?
Willie O'Connor might, if he's looked at how many he's
100.
won, because MVG has won 25.
I've been in 2 finals. I think it's a great achievement.
25 victories out of the 30 that he's entered. The only men to beat him,
100.
Phil Taylor, Michael Smith and Peter Wright. It gets worse.
131.
The last time Michael Van Gerwen lost in a final was the 25th of May 2017 against Gary Anderson in Dubai. Since then, he's played in and won 24 consecutive finals.
140. Michael, you require 130.
Will he get the 130 out? He's got to go for it. Double 8.
122.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't
William,
go to
you
20 in
require
bull, but he was confident
161.
with the double treble.
He doesn't think that Willie will take out 161, and he thought right.
Well, Willie has been playing at a very high level this week, but in a level 10 game, he's playing against level 11 here. This is a different animal. This is why he's won so many. This is why he's been in so many finals. It takes something rather extraordinary to take him out in a final. And Willie's playing so well.
125.
Remember the time when Peter Wright beat him 6-0 in Sindelfingen? That was something that I think we will never, ever see
60.
again.
Well, that was not long before this incredible run of 24 consecutive final victories. MVG lost to Peter Wright in Sindelfingen, got him back in the Premier League with a lot of help from Snakebite, lost to Anderson in Dubai, and then hasn't been beaten in a final since. It's going to be hard, Willie.
96.
We haven't seen this kind of level from O'Connor, of that 107, 108 level. We've seen him hovering around the 100,
60.
but maybe this is just a bridge too far. And Van Gerwen is cantering. It looks so easy.
180.
180, number 5.
How many times does he play his best game in the final? How many times does it happen?
Well, the record.
I cannot
82.
stress enough just how difficult it is to play all day on Sunday. I did it very recently, and I was spent after the semi-final. Absolutely spent for days. The fact that he's done this so often is such an asset to his game.
Getting into must-hit territory here, Willie O'Connor, because Van Gerwen is halfway to picking up European Tour title number 26.
Michael, you require 32.
This will be another break. His eyes never diverted from double 16.
Seventh leg, Michael,
and he pinned it dead centre.
He's playing like he's late for his flight to Vegas, which is tomorrow. Well, it's nearly tomorrow.
Well,
85.
7 days ago, when Michael Van Gerwen was beaten by Northern Ireland's Brendan Dolan, playing nowhere near the standard that he produces so often, having put in a subpar performance against Scott Taylor the day before, a few players must have been thinking, oh, hang on a minute, Van Gerwen's not at his best.
100.
If you dissect it and you follow him on social media, you see that he was having a bit of fun in south of Spain, and why not have a little break before this crazy spell of a couple of European Tour events and
97.
Vegas and China and Blackpool. He was doing the right thing, but it took him a little bit of time to get back into game mode. He's been in game mode this week. He was too rusty last week.
Well, for Willie O'Connor, this is the biggest match of his darting career. But for Michael Van Gerwen, it's very much about sending out a message to the other of the game's elites.
Oh, they're getting it all right.
92. Willie, you require 164.
Come on, Willie. 2 treble 19s and bull. It's not happening right now. He's not playing poorly. He's just being made to pay. Double 18. 2 9s. Look at that. Right in the middle. 6-1 to the good. 2 legs away from yet another European darts match play crown. And he will defend his title if he does get 2 more legs.
Takes leg 7 on 2 9s. He's threatened to hit 2 9s twice in this match. He's been on the perfect leg. Michael Van Gerwen means business ahead of trips to America and China, and then the big one in Blackpool.
We know which one he wants the most. He wants to go back to Blackpool and play in a Phil Taylor-less environment and lift that trophy once more.
O'Connor does have experience of beating the world number 1, beat him at a Players' Championship event in Barnsley last year when Van Gerwen was the world champion and was the world match play champion. But those titles have dwindled away. The Grand Prix fell.
57.
What does this run do for Willie O'Connor, though? It puts him well in the frame for the World Championships, puts him well in the frame for the European Championships. It's a very, very good week for William O'Connor.
Massive for the Magpie.
Come on, Willie, let's have a 170 from you.
Well, the Magpie couldn't catch the big fish. But you can bet your bottom dollar that the man that's leaving for the US tomorrow will want it, and he might get it. Not quite, much to his frustration.
Willie, you require 90.
Well, Willie might need the ball as well if he gets 2 20s. He's got 3 of them for double 15. Class. Not giving up, Willie O'Connor. Very admirable, and that's a fantastic shot. And he salutes the crowd because they've been in his corner from dart 1 on Friday.
Well, it has been an incredible weekend's work for Willie O'Connor, as you just alluded to, Paul. He beat Martin Atkins here on Friday. Who would have known what was to come? The next day, knocked out the world champion Rob Cross before a battle against Kim Huybrechts this afternoon when there was a little bit of needle, but he got past that one before seeing off Suljevic, and then he had the X factor against Andy Bolton in the semi. He's hanging around at least a little longer in this final.
57.
He's hanging around longer than Denmark are in the World Cup. They're out on penalties to Croatia. What a day for penalties. What a day for Van Gerwen so far.
Well, speaking of the World Cup, O'Connor's appearance here means that the entire Irish team for the World Cup of Darts have appeared in European Tour finals in 2018. Van Gerwen beat
60.
Steve Lennon 8-5 in Zwolle when the Dutch Darts Master was crowned the Dutch Darts Master.
99.
Yeah, after what could be construed as a heartbreaking World Cup experience for the two of them, they've come back. Well, Willie's come back since then and played very, very well indeed.
60.
Big futures ahead for Steve Lennon
138.
and for Willie O'Connor. But Van Gerwen's well in charge in this leg, just laying up.
62.
There's a chance here for Willie if he can get 2 trebles. Needs 1.
58.
Doesn't get any. So Van
Michael
Gerwen,
Maguire, 76.
76 to get 7 on the board. Double 8.
60.
That seemed to me
William,
a little rushed.
143.
Hang on. Oh, just short.
Keeps
Van
teasing us, doesn't he?
100.
Van
William
Gerwen's
O'Connor.
just shaking his head in the background thinking, I shouldn't be giving him these chances. And he's not getting another one. He is one away from a 26th European Tour title. I can't believe I just said that.
It would also be title number 15 in 2018 for Michael Van Gerwen.
You know, James Wade once said
81.
very recently that he was glad to see the back of Phil Taylor because of the amount of money that he had denied him,
99.
especially in the last 10 years. So you get rid of Phil, and you have this process where Phil's going into retirement, but then something else happens.
140.
And now, I'm sorry to say it, James, but we may have something worse.
Well, the first act of Michael Van Gerwen when he arrived at the venue this
140.
afternoon was to video his potential opponents on Instagram and issue 3 simple words. Good luck, boys.
134.
Followed by a chuckle, and MVG once again might find himself laughing all the way to the bank.
Wow, what a shot. When Willie O'Connor was in charge of the leg.
146.
Not anymore. It looks like 82 for the title. Is that the last dart that Willie O'Connor will throw in Hamburg?
Maguire, 82.
MVG wants 17 for double top.
62.
Match start missed.
William Maguire, 53.
He's got another visit, and he's still alive. Double top for Willie O'Connor. This has got to go in.
43.
It's missed, and he knows that that could be it. Fat lady time.
Double 5. And Michael Van Gerwen takes the honours in Hamburg. The plaque on the trophy will say European Darts Matchplay Champion. But European Tour event number 9 will be remembered for a magical moment when the world number 1 ended the European Tour's wait for a 9-dart finish.